when a deadly tornado ripped through the town of Moore in May. It caused irreparable damage to the city's only hospital. Officials declared the Moore Medical Center a total loss, and its remains were demolished this week. Plans are moving forward to build a new medical facility and provide more residents renewed access to local health care.
There were hugs and a few tears as staffers, former patients, and residents gathered outside what was left of the Moore Medical Center to say a last goodbye to the hospital. The May 20th tornado delivered a direct hit on the facility, nearly leveling the structure. Bob Louderback remembers the day well. The surgical technician was among about 125 employees and some 30 patients who were inside the hospital on May 20th. About 300 nearby residents also sought shelter at the center as the deadly twister churned through Moore.
Whenever they were coming in, they were kind of, they were calm enough, but, I was kind of encouraging them to kind of put some fire underneath their feet to get them moving because it was approaching fast.
Winds topping 200 miles per hour slammed into the building, blowing the hospital's doors open and scattering debris throughout the entryway.
People were really frightened at that point, and they were just covering their heads and hoping that everything would be all right.
When the storm finally passed, the hospital was nearly unrecognizable. Twisted metal, concrete, and sheetrock were scattered about. Roofs were torn off, and walls were barely standing. Cars were stacked atop one another like children's toys. Bob's car ended up on the other side of the highway.
I think Toto took it away, and it was across the interstate, maybe a little under half a mile away to the east of us.
Despite the devastation, no lives were lost, and only minor injuries were reported. At a ceremony to honor employees and patients of the hospital, Norman Regional Health System President David Whitaker praised hospital staffers for their quick action as the twister approached.
To not lose anyone is miraculous. To not have a major or really reportable injury is even more remarkable. And it's all because of those three things I said. Because of your heart, because of your courage, because of your preparation. And we owe you a huge debt of gratitude.
After the ceremony, crews moved in to begin demolishing the building, leaving Moore once again without a hospital. After the city's only other hospital closed in 1993, there were several attempts to build a new medical facility. After several delays, the 45-bed Moore Medical Center finally opened in 2005. But the facility struggled financially, and after declaring bankruptcy, was purchased by Norman Regional Health System in 2007. Whitaker says Norman Regional made a commitment at that time to have a medical facility in Moore, and they intend to keep it.
There was never a question. A lot of public rumors and stuff about backing out, but that never was a reality for us. A lot of people live here, third largest school district in the state. Over 120,000 people came for us for care last year. So yeah, absolutely, there's a big need for medical care and medical services in Moore.
Oklahoma Congressman Tom Cole's district includes the city of Moore, and Cole himself lives within a few miles of the hospital. The congressman says there is a federal program that helps rebuild infrastructure, including hospitals, but ultimately it's Norman Regional's decision whether to rebuild.
My job is to help them, insofar as I can, get every resource that they need. I want to encourage them, obviously, as a resident to come back to Moore. I don't think a town that size should not have a hospital.
Deidre Ebry is the Economic Development Director for the city of Moore. Ebry says what hurts the most about the hospital's destruction is the loss of emergency services.
Emergency care was a big deal to have in the city limits of Moore. And as our population's increased and of course the traffic on I-35 has increased, the need for emergency care has just risen.
With the loss of the Moore Medical Center, the nearest emergency facilities are the St. Anthony Healthplex along I-44 and the Norman Regional Healthplex near I-35, both of which are more than 5 miles away. Whitaker says an advisory committee is being formed to determine how best to restore access to hospital services in Moore.
This committee will be formed from leaders of the city of Moore. They will assist and offer recommendations to our board's strategic planning process as we begin the process of defining what the new Moore Medical Center will look like.
Deidre Ebry will be a member of that committee. She says replacing the hospital is vital to the city's economic health.
They're definitely one of our largest employers, absolutely, and they're one of our highest paying employers. So as far as each position carries with it a very, very high level of pay. So it's a quality employer and just a great community partner for us.
There are also the intangible qualities the hospital brings to the city.
These are amazing physicians and staff people that are part of our community. They're the fiber of our community. They live here, they work here, they play here. And so it's just really helped us create a sense of community that we've been lacking for some time.
Ebry and Whitaker agree whatever takes the place of the Moore Medical Center may not look exactly like the old hospital.
What we go back with is the challenge. Healthcare is changing. The new Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act is dictating, demanding new ways to deliver care, and we need to think about that in the design of our new Moore Medical Center, and that's what we're doing.
Are there gaps in healthcare services right now? And if there are, this is the best way to address that. So clean slate, get to start from scratch, look at what the other services are around the area, and then fill in those gaps with this amazing, amazing building that they will be building here very shortly.
Demolition of the old building is expected to take about 60 days, after which a temporary facility will be erected to provide limited medical care. For the time being, hospital employees have been absorbed into the Norman Regional System. Moore Medical Center's Chief Operating Officer, Richie Splitt, says those employees will be welcomed back when a new facility is built.
To the brave men and women of Moore Medical Center, the first responders, the countless volunteers who helped on that fateful day, God bless you, and thank you for your outburst of love and good deeds. You were light in the dark of that day, and you shall be light again when we return.